G'day there, once again viewers, this is your mate Kamikaze78 here, coming to you guys with some more Planetside 2 content, and guys, it's this video. You've all read the title, you know what's coming. We are of course going to talk about the implant system today, and if you've caught any of my streams lately, then you're going to know that my opinion on the implant system for this game is that it is nothing short of completely and totally ridiculous. But it is time we had a chat about this in a video, especially considering that the topic hasn't really been covered as of late by any content creators that I can see. It's time to bring this system to light because it is time for something to change. And guys, there is one simple reason for that. Planetside 2, no matter how much we love the game, cannot be excused from the movement that is being made by gamers right now to clean up this industry and remove loot boxes. It is not above exception and is the one thing I want you guys to keep in mind when we talk about this. If gamers are going to hold EA and Activision accountable for their anti-consumer loot box gambling surprise mechanics, then we're going to be damn sure that Planetside 2 is also held by the same standards, because by creating double standards for one company or a game, the same can be done for everyone, and therefore nothing gets changed. Trust me, this is not a personal vendetta against Planetside 2, this is just a simple fact of the matter that if one company, or any company in the gaming industry, is going to be flamed for loot box integration into their video games, then the same thing applies to Planetside 2, especially when it does affect gameplay. So, with that said, let's get back on focus with the Planetside 2 implant system. How does it work? Why is it so bad? Well, at its core, you earn implants in one of three ways: by crafting them, earning them, or by receiving them in loot boxes. Now, on the surface, there doesn't appear to be a problem. Off the bat, players are able to at least earn their way into the system, right? I mean, yeah, sure. If you enjoy making progress at a snail's pace that entirely depends on the ability of your faction to work together, the only way you can actually quote-unquote earn the implants in this game and the necessary ISO 4 to upgrade them and craft them is by having your faction win the various events and continent capture alerts that can occur during a session. The winning faction will see themselves earning up to 300 ISO 4 for meltdown alerts, and you may, and I use the term may here very usefully, have a small chance to earn an implant on other events if you win. But as I said before, that heavily relies on the fact that your fellow faction members will actually pull through to win the alert, because if they don't, you will earn a measly 25 ISO, and that alone is the main problem that I see when people argue the whole you can just earn the ISO, because in actuality the ability to earn ISO comes at such a rare rate, and when it does come up as an opportunity, your performance individually doesn't reflect the ISO you actually are going to receive. When you tie down a personal progression system to rely on other elements that players can't control, i.e. the ability of your teammates to win an alert, you end up with a really unrewarding system that actually requires extra investment for the players to make a meaningful progression in, which clearly is what this system is meant to incentivize. But if a system requires investment, then I would hope the reward is worth it. And, well, with that we arrive at the loot box side of this game, and this is where things really start to become quite sketch. As of right now, there are three types of implant crates in the game: basic, deluxe, and ISO recyclers. Now, your basic and deluxe implant crates will offer you 3 or 9 implants respectively, with duplicates being possible, mind you, for a small investment of 300 or 750 certs respectively once again. Now, let's just say straight off the bat that you want to hold on to your hard-earned certs instead. Well, you can also make use of the ISO recycler, which costs you 500 ISO to craft 1 implant. Now, straight up, that might sound incredibly counterproductive and kind of unvaluable. 1 implant for 500 ISO, and ISO is essentially shaping up to be a premium currency. I mean, what the hell's that all about? Well, this type of implant crate actually gives you an increased chance of getting an exceptional implant, i.e. one of the endgame implants that are not craftable with straight up ISO. But very marginally so. So you still have a chance to get an uncommon implant or higher, or even a duplicate implant, which will only net you 25 ISO in return. So think about it that way. You have a chance, a very slim chance mind you, of getting an exceptional implant, but you have a higher chance of turning that 500 ISO into only 25 ISO in return. But what are the exact chances of getting the exceptionals or anything below that? Well, let's quickly have a look at the return rates of each implant box when it comes to rarity, and a big thanks has to go out to Regulus Magnus for extensive testing on the test server, and for Iridar for actually sourcing and collating the information on his website. He's been a really big help with all the information that he has displayed there. For your standard implant packs, you're looking at a 68.235% chance to get a common implant, so your stock standard implant, a 26.592 chance for an uncommon, 2.955% chance for a class specific, a 1.539% for a rare, and a whopping 0.679% for a fucking exceptional. You would honestly be more likely to get struck by lightning IRL than score an exceptional through these goddamn implant packs. Now, this testing was done where 494,100 implants were earned, where in which only 3,353 of those said implants that dropped were exceptionals. But Cami, this is surely what the recyclers are for, to use premium currency, if you will, to net a more premium reward, right? Think again. While in this case, the uncommon implants can't be earned, the percentages are still not that attractive. 61.560% for an uncommon, 17.074% for a class specific, 9.973% for a rare, and only 11.383% for an exceptional implant. Essentially a 1 in 10 chance to earn an exceptional for 500 ISO per crate. I think you guys can start to see the problem that we're having here, but let me spell it out for you. We have a system here that essentially relies on ISO to both craft your implants, upgrade your implants, and on top of that, essentially grind for exceptionals in these loot crates. But considering how rare it is to get the currency that drives the system, you essentially need to use the deluxe implants to farm up a collection of implants, then use the duplicates to break down the implants into 25 ISO per implant, which essentially makes the duplicate implant packs a 750 cert to 225 ISO converter. So you essentially need to break down an average of 3 implant packs, assuming you get all duplicates to break down into that 225 ISO towards your recyclers, and then you need to generate enough ISO to drop into 10 recyclers to come close to the average chance that you will get an exceptional, one exceptional, and it might not be the one you're after. I mean, for crying out loud, I got fucking cold heart on the NC, and the implant is essentially, I mean, literally useless for that character, but RNG deemed that despite all of my hard spending and grinding to get an exceptional, I deserved to be cursed by this implant. I tell you, this happened to me on stream, and I was just about ready to yeet my mouse across the room at that point. But I digress. Just to make it clear as to what it takes to make that ISO for the amount of packs you need to get the average drop rate for an exceptional implant, and let's just take the insignificant ISO that you earn from alerts out of the picture because it won't make a difference in the long run. You would need to, in a best case scenario, assuming you get all duplicates across the board, spend 750 certs 3 times to get enough ISO for 1 recycler, which is 2,250 certs, which is then times by 10 for the average drop rate, is 22,500 certs. And with that, I say to the devs, did any of you do the maths? Who approved this system for live? How does a system like this reward the player? How is this engaging gameplay? How is this any better from the clearly predatory practices that come from something like EA Ultimate Team, where you have to spend hundreds of hours to grind out for the even rare chance that you'll get an exceptional implant, and it might not even be the one that you're after. I'm sorry guys, but I have been sitting on this topic long enough. This shit has to be changed ASAP. Also, throughout the entire process, Lord help you, if you get a duplicate exceptional implant, that only grants you a breakdown reward of 500 ISO, which is only enough for 1 more roll of the dice. And Lord help you if you get 2 exceptional implants in a row. That would just be lucky as can be. Now, for the sake of curiosity, I also decided to do the math for Daybreak coin investment, and thus the maths on DBG's end starts to make a bit more sense as to what they were thinking here. You see guys, you can also spend your hard-earned Daybreak coin to unlock the ISO recyclers directly, which means that you get to skip the absolutely ridiculous cert to ISO conversion rate for a measly 249 Daybreak coin, which is only $2.49 AUD for one pack. But considering that we need 10 packs on average to come close to getting an exceptional apparently, you would need to spend $24.90 Daybreak coin, assuming the percentages are on your side, or $24.90 AUD to even have a chance of getting an exceptional, and still you don't have a direct impact on what implant you're going to get. You still are up to RNGs to decide whether or not you get an implant you want. I cannot emphasize this enough guys, this system is nothing short of scummy mobile loot box mechanics, and if we, as the gaming industry, are going to hold EA and Activision accountable for these kinds of practices, then why does Planetside 2 get a free kick? It quite simply, guys, doesn't deserve a free kick when I can spend $24.90 on a bunch of loot boxes, maybe not even get an exceptional, but when I do get an exceptional, it's not the one I want. I'm sorry, this is as bad as something from EA, and it's taken me far too long to address the topic. I wish I'd done it much sooner. And I know that because this is probably DBG's most lucrative income source, that I'm sure some people are spending money on, that nothing will change, but I can sure as shit try to make this change happen. And before I wrap up the video guys, I want to make one thing crystal clear regarding an argument I hear a lot defending the system as it is. That is that implants don't affect gameplay. These implants sure as shit do. They create new playstyles and can sure as shit have a massive impact on how engagements play out. As someone who has a heavy assault loadout with a Similar 5 and Battle Hardened 5, I have won 2v1 engagements thanks to my ability to go for headshots, thus a Similar bringing me a top up on my shields and an ability charge to remain as tanky as ever. As someone who has Combat Surgeon and Carapace on my Combat Medic, I've been able to go for revives or survive engagements that I shouldn't have been able to thanks to the way the two resonate with the class's abilities. Thanks to having max rank aerial combatant on my ambush or light assault jump jets, I can quickly charge in, get a kill, and get out in a way that a player without the implant wouldn't be able to. Implants are powerful augments of a loadout, and to say otherwise is really just turning a blind eye to their abilities. If you can find the right mix of implant and class abilities, you've got yourself something extremely powerful here. And again, I cannot fathom why people believe otherwise. Implants are a very powerful augment to one's class. So, how do we fix the system? Simple. We allow ISO to become a lot more earnable, a lot more quickly, or, in fact no, not or, and implants that are exceptional rated or higher are able to be crafted. I'm sick to death of... I'm trying right now, guys, to grind away for a Bionics implant for an upcoming episode of Time to Gear Up, and the person who suggested it to me knows the amount of pain I'm going through to try and get this implant. I've been grinding for about 2 months now, have not had a single exceptional implant since I started grinding for that implant, and I'm not kidding when I say that. This system needs a complete overhaul as soon as possible, and I will definitely not get off DBG's back until it is changed. Guys, with all that said, that concludes today's video on the implant system. This was a long time coming. I know some people aren't going to agree with me here. That's fine. Let me know in the comment section as to why that is the case, and if you feel inclined to, feel free to backhand that dislike button. But if you enjoyed the video, backhand the like button, guys, and let me know what your thoughts are on the implant system in the comment section down below. As per always, guys, my links to Twitch, Twitter, and Discord are in the description and in the pinned comment down below. Once again, guys, hope you enjoyed today's video. Peace out, and I'll see you guys all next time. Have a good one, guys. Take care.